I can't see myself.
Yeah, we don't see you either, Harry.
Okay.
I sent you an
On
invite
the
to.
camera, there's no tape on it or anything.
Okay, we're live on YouTube.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and move in then. Go ahead and start then, Harry, without your picture.
Sure.
All right. I'd like to go ahead and we'll just go ahead and call the Whatcom County Fire District 4 Board of Commissioners meeting together December 17th, 2020 at 9 a.m. And in attendance today, we'll just walk through. Commissioner Chamberlain, I believe, is here.
I'm here.
Commissioner Andrews.
Here.
Commissioner Hanson is here. Chief.
Here.
And how about our important Miss Parks?
Here.
Very good. All right, really good, everybody. We've got a few things on the agenda today, so we'll just jump right into moving into our approval of our consent agenda, just to get that out of the way. If nobody has any questions or concerns, I'd entertain a motion to approve our consent agenda as submitted.
So moved.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The consent agenda approved. And from that, we're going to go ahead and are we jumping right into? We have some unfinished business, it looks like. And is that an update on the training consortium, or are we looking for to give us an update?
Just real quick, for the last month, the training consortium, I wouldn't say it's taken a backdoor, but it's taken a second tier to budgeting and into the year wrap up. So there's really not much to report other than Chief Hewitt and I are still moving forward, and we're talking. Actually, the chiefs got together and talked yesterday with Topol and everything, and we're just kind of taking a break for December.
Totally understandable. Especially with some changes on timelines on the budgets and things got everything out of whack a little bit, I think. Yep. So not a problem there. All right. Anybody have any questions in regards to training consortium stuff then? Okay, we're just gonna table that until next month then.
Yes, sir.
And the RFA planning process. I know that we did put off some of the meetings. I think Mark, we're picking back up with the RFA planning process. When would that be?
Next month.
It's January, like the first week, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah,
second
first full week. Yeah.
Or first full week.
I think it's the first full week. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I just saw something on that somewhere. I noticed we have on there, structures, positions, roles of the employees. I think the best thing to say on that right now is we know that everybody's coming over. When the new structure, if approved, the RFA, I think it's important everybody understands that'll be that's a new entity. That's not District 21. It's not Whatcom County Fire District 4. It's a combined group that is actually a brand new structure. The past will be the past and the future is the future. And so everybody that's in their positions now move over. I think it's really clear that there's going to be some changes in positions. Not everybody may be doing exactly what they're doing today. But I think as far as putting names on positions right now, I don't know. And Chief, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just not that's not what we're focusing on right now. Is that
right? That's not where we're at right now. And the big thing is that the RCW and the board, the planning committee, has decided that everybody comes across, and it's backed up by the RCW, and no wages or benefits are going to change unless the RFA planning committee and the legislative board of commissioners chooses to change that. I'm gonna, people will go where their strengths are. That's right. The goal, right? We're gonna try to run admin lean like we do now, and put people where their strengths are, and so that we can get the most bang for our buck, and
Yep.
And put our money on the floor, which is where, responding to calls, and that's the important piece. So, yep, that's kind of what I got to say about that right now.
I did something here. I'm trying to locate myself again right now. Hold on, guys. You still have me?
Yes.
I see,
You can see me? Okay. There we go. I'm back. Sorry. Well, that makes very good sense, Chief. Does anybody have questions surrounding any of that right now? I think Chief put it very well, is that, instead of filling in the blanks with a bunch of names, we know all those names are coming over. But again, everybody, both sides of the table, I need to understand it may look a little different than it is currently looks. We don't know. We'll just have to, that's going to be being worked out with the RFA committee, and I know Mark's being involved in some of those discussions too. But I believe it'll all be positive. Commissioner Andrews, anything?
no, nothing here.
Commissioner Chamberlain, you're our RFA guru. Any updates or comments on the RFA?
There hasn't been anything since our last meeting.
No. Very good. Very good.
Unless Chief Vanderveen knows anything, but
I don't have anything. It's been.
I assume you must have been pulling a lot of overtime. I haven't seen you around much.
no.
All right. Let's go ahead. Chris, did you have anything for the RFA planning process or any questions on that?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay. Let's jump into our new business then. And under the new business, we have that first amendment of that interlocal agreement for the fire emergency medical services with North Wacom that they put together. Has everybody taken some time to look at that and maybe formulate some questions that we could submit to them if there's anything we want to look at on there? I probably haven't given it as much attention as I should have, just due to what I've been committed to lately.
No questions here.
None here.
Boy, that is a sharp looking haircut you got there, Harry. You're looking younger too. I need to go get a haircut, I guess. All right. We need to all take a look at that a little closer. We need to have action on that probably at our January meeting. So if anybody's got questions or wants to, I suggest talk to the chief about it, or even pick up a phone and call Commissioner Ansel. He's been really good to work with. He's kind of enlightened me on some of the past stuff, and seems to have a pretty good grasp on it. So why don't we go? If you have any questions, I'd refer any one of you to feel free to give him a call. If you're watching, Commissioner Ansel, sorry that I'm sticking them on you, but that'd be good. Any questions from anybody on that? Has everybody seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see heads nodding. Well, that's good enough. Chief, you were going to talk a little bit about the contract payment review.
Sure. This is for the 2019 one.
Well, no, let's go ahead. And the 2019, I think we all got to see that, but it'll kind of fall into place with what you're going to talk about. So why don't we, as you and I discussed this morning, you can bring everybody up to speed.
Sure. So what I'm going to talk about is the contract payment for 2021. So and that'll loop back, like Commissioner Hanson said, to the 2019. I want to show you how it was calculated. You received the District 21 proposed budget and all the bars, numbers, and everything. But this is how I calculated the District 4 payment. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you real quick here. Okay, so everybody can see my screen here. This is straight from bias, but what it does is it doesn't break down our bars, our budget by division. So it's one. This is one long continuous stream, but it allows for everything to be added up into one. So what we're seeing up here is we're looking in this column. This is the District 21. Column E is the District 21 budget, and column D is the items from the District 21 budget that I use to calculate, or where I cut out costs for District 4 in column D. So anything highlighted has been cut out of the budget, the payment calculation. So this is revenues up here, and I cut out per the ILA, the District 4 transport fees are not considered part of revenue for District 21. Those are taken out and added to the district to reduce the District 4 payment. This number was calculated using this year's numbers, which were reconciled up to October. So we divided by 10, times that number by 12, and this is the anticipated revenue, 134,000 in transport revenue District 4 will take in next year.
And that's a substantial growth, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And that is due to the auto aid agreement that we have with Bellingham Fire right now. That's where
Right.
that money's coming from. So this is the revenue that we've calculated. This is this here where my cursor is the District 4 revenue minus, or sorry, the revenue that District 21 will take in. As I point to my screen on Zoom, that makes a lot of sense. Minus the 134,000 for transport fees. So here we get into the admin budget. You can see that I've cut out commissioner meetings, the Regional Fire Authority commissioner salaries. Okay, the retired left one medical and dental. That was a District 3 employee who retired. That's before North Whatcom and before District 4 and District 21 ever got together. So we pay based on the law, we pay for that retiree's medical benefits. That has been cut out of the District 4 payment calculation. The PFML benefits, which is the state sick leave for commissioners for both the RFA planning committee and for the commissioner meetings. Audit fees, professional services as defined for the RFA. So any costs for Karen Reed or Bill Cushman or communication stuff, that's all been cut out of the District 4 calculation. These were not cut out, but they were reduced. So this is the professional dues. So this is like for the Commissioners Association. Those dues were cut out of how I made the calculation for the District 4 payment. As well as registration and tuition. I cut $1,000 out for commissioner education, for webinars and things like that. I don't think we're going to be going to any conferences in 2021. Election costs, District 21 has 2 elections coming up in 2021. And so those were taken out.
Oh,
Go ahead, Chris.
oh, I wasn't sure. I mean, I haven't seen this new document after the correction, but I just saw the taxes or the fees for the District 21 properties in there. Yeah, those ones.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I can't see everything that quick. That just came
Right.
out.
Okay, let me go back through bias and see what those.
They are for your
Yep.
District 21 fire stations, the fees. I think you.
Yeah, I think that's an important one to look at,
Yep.
just for the legal reasons. of
Absolutely.
Who can pay what.
So that's admin. In here, we get into operations. One piece that was cut out here is this is the third-party billing service. So what we pay for transport billing. I removed $30,000, which is the payment that District 21 makes for the calculations and the record keeping of the GEMT payment. Okay, so that 30,000 was removed. This from here, so from line 158 to 188 is the prevention division. Everything except for CPR instruction was removed from that.
And prior, we used to split all those as well, didn't we?
Correct. That was all, yeah, 3-to-1, or,
Yep.
you paid 1/4. Training is all, there's no more cutouts. This is, here we get into the shop. So what, with those cutouts, this is the District 4 payment, $2,299,921. I removed $134,000 for transport fees, bringing it to $2,165,921. I removed $38,550 for capital items, and I'll show you those here in a second. For a total payment of $2,204,471. Okay. That is quarterly. The quarterly payment will be $551,117 and some change. Okay.
So that actually is really roughly about what we've been paying. It's just
It is
because of it. What you say, a 4% increase?
It's a little bit less than a 4% increase. So I would tell you that as far as what would affect you is the operations division. So the firefighters had a contractual 3% cost of living increase, as well as those firefighters had for medical benefits a 2.5% increase across the board. And those are the costs that affect you directly. I mean, there's other costs, but those are contractual costs that we have to pay to the firefighters. And so that's what I did. I will have to go back and look at the property taxes. Yep, I agree that needs to be recalculated, but that is what I'm proposing.
Anybody questions for the chief on this?
No, it looks like a good job, Jason.
So Chris, I'll send this document to you if you want to look through it.
Yep.
But that's yeah.
Commissioner Chamberlain?
I don't have any comments. I think it looks good, and just wanted to say good work, Jason, and also good work, Dave, for meeting with Bruce and figuring this stuff out. And I think it's awesome.
All right. Boy, these numbers get me take me back a little bit. No, you just never realize what goes into making all this work. And Chief, good job on this. I know it's had your head rolling a little bit too, working with all these numbers, and really appreciate your time. Chris, I know you'll take a look at it and give any feedback you need to give back on it.
Will do.
So, all right. Anything else? I don't think we need to go backwards on that 2019 stuff, Jace, unless somebody wants to. We're going forward and not backwards. I was wanting to go backwards for a while there, just trying to figure out how we got to where we got. But like I said, with the backing of or time that Commissioner Ansel was willing to provide me, as well as Chief Vanderveen, I believe that we kind of saw how the past worked, and we all decided let's go forward instead of backwards. So if everybody's good with that, that's what I'd like to do.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. We have also in there cost of legal services. We were going to discuss that, and basically, Chris, did you want to talk on that, or you want me to just kind of go into it first? Or
Yeah, if you could start. I wasn't at the meeting, but from what I understand, it was decided that District 4 would pay the District 4 specific legal fees.
Yeah, and as I started to understand better, yeah, we make a payment into 25% of budgeted funds for legal fees for the combined districts via the ILA. As I realized, as things have changed and we brought on Chris over to our side, and we've had some of our own legal costs that were directly associated with strictly District 4 business. It's not only that it's probably fair, it's that legally it looks like we have to, both sides could probably get ourselves in a little bit of trouble if we were paying for services for the other side that didn't pertain to them. And that's talking with the legal counsel, Chief doing some research on it as well. Jason, you might want to feel free to chime in on where I'm going with that, if you like.
I think what we discussed was that that the money that District 4 puts into the 25% that goes into the legal fund, I guess, for lack of a better word, that line item. Those funds are used for things like crafting an MOU with the bargaining unit. If we're looking at, if we have unfortunately a disciplinary problem where it takes the lawyer to review our policy or review say an investigation, or if they're if we're for just generalized legal services that affect the district as a whole, and not I don't know that there's a way where we could but sequester funds where it was like, this is for 25% of this is for legal issues that surround the station. I send the auto aid agreement, the old auto aid agreement the District 4 has with Bellingham, that goes to Richard Davis, and he pipes in on that. And he tells me, well, you need to go, if you're going to cut this off with Bellingham, you need to make sure that X, Y, and Z are taken care of. And that's where that 25% of those legal funds are being spent on behalf of District 4.
Right. So, for example, what wouldn't be is District 21 has no responsibility for if we bring in Attorney Quinn. The Quinn's in for the real estate transaction sale of the Station 11. Honestly, those funds are District 4's funds. That transaction is a District 4 transaction. That was not a District 21 transaction. Kind of, you guys understand where I'm going with it? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So we would be liable for those separately. And I believe after I went in and looked at the legal sides of it, I agree with that. If we bring in Troy Moliot to do a assessment of our facilities, that is District 4 doing that for our benefit and our gain. That has nothing to do with District 21. And so on those notes, those are items that those are obligated commitments that we made as District 4 on the benefit of District 4. Am I coming across on that? Do you guys understand kind of what I'm saying?
And that's only fair. Sounds good to me.
Commissioner Chamberlain?
Yeah, I understand.
And you're okay with this?
Yeah, I don't see anything indifferent about it right now.
Yeah. And I don't. It's the funds are going to come from one place to another. We're all moving forward to them all being together anyway. It's not like we're having an abundance of costs on that. We just did have a little bit of a run with some of the things that transpired in 2020. Also, other legal costs, the RFA costs, everything I think is going as planned there. That's 50-50 on that, and that we all agreed upon that. Is that correct? And
Yes.
Was there, Chief, I know there was a question raised, and I do not remember exactly how the question was, but were there fees set aside for that, for both parties to use at first, or was there not?
Well, there was and there wasn't. As I took over the budget from last year, there was $55,000 in professional services that was in there for the master plan document. I left those in with the hopes that we would be moving towards an RFA, and not having a good understanding of exactly how much that would cost, but knowing it was going to cost some money.
Yeah.
So I left that in there. As you know, with the intent that that would pay for both districts, that's just where that money would come from. When we got into the RFA planning, I would have to go back through the minutes as I think about it right now, but I thought that Karen said that at some point that the districts, as they moved into this RFA planning, had to pay their separate costs, right? That those had to be broken out. I could be wrong about that. But more than that, the commissioners of both districts, well, first the planning committee and then the commissioners of both districts separately approved a 50-50 split of the payments. And that's where I'm taking my instructions from.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions for Chief on that?
I'm here.
None.
All right. We can always come back to that too. I just want to make sure that we are doing it the way we stated we were doing it. If there was money budgeted in there, if it is part of that, then then we need to utilize those funds.
Right. If that's something we need to get together and talk about, absolutely. Let's
just do that separate and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
I know we all want to do what's right and what's most beneficial for everybody right now as we move forward with. Boy, it's getting close, guys. Moving forward to going to put an RFA on the ballot. And, it's exciting. It's exciting for not only us, I think, as the leadership, administrative, and governance side, but I know that there's some real excitement from the floor as well, from the rank and file. And I'll tell you, those are the people we want to have excited and happy. So that's real good. Chris, did you have anything you want to help us out on with that kind of stuff?
For the cost check?
Yeah.
No, I'm all good. I keep track of all the costs that we're expending for RFA, and so it's available.
All right. Really good. Everybody should have received, Chris, thank you for the work you did on that. We had taken the fire commissioner guidelines that District 21 has, which they operate under. We've had some modifications to make it fit us a little better. I don't want to take action on it today, but what I would like to do is have everybody kind of commit to taking a look at those suggested conducts of meetings, our commissioner guidelines, and just see if there's anything that you feel is if there's anything that's maybe not doable, or if we want to add anything to those. I'd like to be able to see that in our January meeting. We could all agree on those and get those into official record. Any questions?
None there.
All right.
None.
Okay. Next, we have the chair election discussion for 2021. And we've kind of over the year, we've had a little bit of talk in regards to this in areas. Usually they were doing this in January. I'd like to know that I think we should get that squared up right now so we know starting into the new year how we're going to be operating and who's going to share. I know that I've spoken with Commissioner Andrews over the year, just at some of our meetings, and he doesn't want to step back into that position right now. He's got other things going on. Harry, do you want to talk on that a little bit?
No, I've had enough being chair since 2003 with different fire stations.
Yeah. And I know, Mark, you've got your hands full with the RFA committee.
Yeah, I'm not interested in stepping up to be chair right now. Sorry.
I know. I knew you already said that to me. I was going to try to beat you to it, but I appreciate you saying. I would be willing to stay on in the position. That's going to have to be up to you two to, it looks like it's the only choice. So, but that's up to you two. I think right now we could go ahead and we could take we could go through the process now as a nomination for our 2020-21 chair. Go ahead.
I nominate Commissioner Hanson to be the chair for 2021.
I second it.
All right, and I will, all in favor of that. Any discussion, I guess, first? All right, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, I will go ahead and gladly accept that. And I think that I'm actually in a much better position to than I was last year when I stepped in when you know, with Anna moving out of the district, and she was doing a great job. I stepped in and had a lot to get caught up on and learn, but I think we're rolling along pretty good now, and I'm really excited. And I'm really excited with Mark stepping into that RFA position. That was a wise move for all of us. He's taken it the bull by the horns, if I may, and I think he's doing a great job. So no further discussion on that. We will kick off our new year, kind of pretty much like we're sitting right now, unless anybody's got any news. Let's see, our next scheduled regular board meeting, Chris, will be?
Yep, the board meeting dates, if you would like to decide on those today or next month. Or
Why don't we, I'm good with staying on the same schedule. Mark, I think, is the only one that's got a real commitment in life, more than probably Harry and I do. So
It's fine.
we can either decide on that today, or we can decide on it at our January meeting. Mark, what's going to work best for you? Just stay on the same schedule, and then if things change.
what schedule? We didn't decide on any day.
Well, the same role that we're on right now, same schedule, how we do our meetings. You understand?
No.
I'm fine with it.
Same dates, Chris, whatever Thursday it is that we do our meetings and time.
You want Thursdays for meeting?
That's what I guess we're saying is let's stay with the same schedule unless somebody's got an objection to that.
Third Thursday at 1 p.m. is District 21.
Yeah,
So unless we want to do 9 a.m. meetings, which I'm fine with on the same day.
Did we want to do the second week instead? Was that?
That's what I would think to do.
Yeah,
Second Thursday.
Second Thursday.
I'm good with that. Mark?
Yeah, it's not going to matter with my schedule. So.
Right. And we work around your schedule, so we'll figure that out when we get there, right? So does that work, Chris?
I'm gonna go ahead and have a look at the calendar that I
All
have
right.
in front of me with holidays and the due days for the county. And I go ahead and email the meeting dates so you can review them and,
That sounds great.
let me know if something doesn't work, and then I can change it.
No, that sounds really good. That should work for everybody, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
As long as we always know we have our next meeting scheduled. Commissioner Andrews, did you have something?
I said that we're going back to noon.
12 noon.
This 9 o'clock in the morning does not work well with me.
No. We'll go back to our regular noon.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't with me either, Harry. I usually always tell the chief even anything after 10 works usually, but once in a while we have to
Yeah,
give
that's
it
all
up.
noon. I got used to that. It worked real well.
Yep, I like that too. I think today, because that's the problem with when we go on the same day as District 21's meeting, it creates a little bit of a push. So that's good. All right, if there's no further business on the regular meeting, we are going to go into a short executive session. And Chris, what do we put as our for our executive session?
The executive session is per RCW 4230-110-1G to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. and you decide how much time the board would need.
Yeah, I'd say that I don't have a lot of time in that. I don't think we need a lot of time to discuss this, but if we were to go into that right now and it's come out at about probably about no more than 10 minutes, I don't think we'd probably need.
Sure.
Why don't we just say that we'll go into executive session at 9:37 a.m. and we'll come back at 9:50.
9:50. Okay,
Is that acceptable? And we can come back early if we need, right?
Yep.
All right. So Chief, and we're gonna kick you out of the executive session.
How about if
And
I put you in
Chris.
how about if I put you in a breakout room?
Yeah,
You guys will be in your own room. Okay.
that's a private room.
Yep.
You'll tell us how to do that.
Yeah, what I'll do it, and